Walt Disney World just kicked off the world's most magical celebration, an 18-month party honoring their 50th birthday. Such a big anniversary should be cause for celebration, with brand new attractions, experiences, and entertainment galore. Of course, the last couple of years haven't been smooth sailing for theme parks though, and a lot of the special things that were meant to debut in time for the 50th have either been delayed or outright cancelled. So this week, let's take a deeper look at the celebrations for the 50th anniversary to see what's here, what's still to come, and what's been unceremoniously cancelled. For Review Time, I'm Luke. Let's take a look at just how magical the world's most magical celebration truly is. The big new attraction for the 50th is a ride that was pretty much ready to go a year before it actually opened. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is a clone of the Walt Disney Studios park attraction from Paris, where you're shrunk down to the size of a rat and undertake a culinary adventure through key story beats of the film. Ratatouille is a trackless dark ride, and while it may not be a brand new, groundbreaking experience, it seems to be a great fit for World Showcase, which was severely lacking in rideable attractions. The new themed area for the France Pavilion also looks great. And hey, if you don't like the idea of riding on the back of a rat, I'm sure you like the idea of eating a crepe. So there's truly something for everyone. The other large addition that opened at Epcot on time for the 50th was a brand new nighttime spectacular, Harmonious. Said by Disney to be a beautifully crafted medley of classic Disney music and visuals. Discover how Disney music and stories have the power to inspire and unite us all, overcoming any language or border. While I'm waiting to see this show in person before fully passing judgment, early reviews seem to suggest it may not be worth permanently affecting the sightlines across World Showcase Lagoon, but it does have its moments of awe and spectacle, with the Coco scene standing out to me as the best example of how this technology can be utilized effectively. It's just a shame that the show doesn't feel more Epcot, especially with its 40th anniversary being celebrated in the middle of the 18-month Walt Disney World 50th. Of course, it wouldn't be a celebration without a brand new nighttime spectacular for the Magic Kingdom, and Disney is advertising Disney Enchantment as the centerpiece to the world's most magical celebration. Whilst it is a shame the show isn't more celebratory of the 50-year history of the Walt Disney World Resort and seems to be more focused on movies you can watch right now on Disney+, the addition of the projections all the way down Main Street looked to be a truly magical moment, and the new theme song is already stuck in my head. Ultimately though, if your kids love Frozen, Moana and more, they'll probably enjoy this show. If you're looking for a daytime entertainment spectacular though, I'm sure Kite Tales at Disney's Animal Kingdom will help fill 10 minutes of your day, if nothing else. One of my favorite additions for the 50th is the brand new Beacons of Light, overhauling each of the 4 theme park icons with impressive new lighting and projection mapping packages. With this and the new fountain and monorail, the sparkly new Epcot entrance area truly looks spectacular, and the most Epcot-y thing remaining in the park. All 4 parks are also now home to 50 golden character statues, celebrating some of Disney's most iconic characters, including the Fab Five, BB-8, and of course, Figment. Being a Disney celebration, there is also countless new merchandise and food offerings, and I'll be honest, my wallet is crying at the premise of visiting Walt Disney World for the 50th, especially with the newly released Retro Collection, looking back at some merchandise items from way back in 1971. The celebration plans to add more and more new things as the 18 months progresses. While we don't know the opening dates for all of these things, we do know that they will open at some point before the 1st of April 2023, when the birthday officially finishes. First to open on March 1st, 2022 will be the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Interactive Hotel, a 2-night, 3-day experience where guests will be fully immersed in the world of Star Wars, creating their own story in the Star Wars galaxy. Of course, this level of interactivity won't come cheap, with the stay for 2 guests starting at $4,809 or around $1,200 per guest per night. You can get that down to a definitely much more affordable $749 a night per person if you have 3 adults and 1 child in the same room. I can't wait to see what's actually inside the hotel and what those spectacular, unexpected story moments will be. I would love to experience this hotel sometime in the future, but unless I uncover oil in my backyard sometime soon, it sadly looks to be outside my price range. Something that thankfully will be included in the ticket price when it opens is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. This family-friendly roller coaster experience is set to be one of the world's first story-focused roller coasters. Entering through the wonders of Xandar, Epcot's first Otherworld Showcase Pavilion, guests will be treated to an intergalactic trip through the universe that is gatecrashed by the Guardians of the Galaxy, sending you out of control through a backwards launch on a roller coaster that can completely control your spin, similar to an Omnimover type ride system. This attraction is set to open sometime in 2022, with Disney stating it will be the next major attraction to open at the Walt Disney World Resort. This won't be the only new thing coming to Epcot though, and looking at the current state of the center of that park, this shouldn't come as a surprise. The renaming of the Future World area to World Celebration, World Nature, and World Discovery is just the beginning of the large overhaul coming to this part of the park. Replacing the Fountain of Nations will be Dreamers Point, featuring brand new green space and a new Walt Disney Dreamers statue, being the first where he is alone rather than being side by side with Mickey Mouse, like in the Partners and Storytellers statues. Replacing the old Communicore West building will be the Journey of Water, inspired by Moana walkthrough experience, giving guests a chance to meet and play with a playful spirit of water. The other major ride expected to open at some point throughout the 18-month celebration is the Tron Light Cycle Power Run at the Magic Kingdom. Originally set to debut in time for the celebration to start, this has now been pushed back to some unknown time in 2022, expected to be in the latter half of the year. This will be a carbon copy of the ride from Shanghai Disneyland, where guests ride through the grid on their own light cycles, wrapping in and around the impressive, if not imposing, show building. Still to come are a number of other experiences and offerings, including the slow return of entertainment and character meet and greets to the resort, the next generation of Magic Bands, Magic Band Plus, and apparently an Alexa system in every single guest room that I'm sure won't be used to listen to how many churros you really want to buy. But before we move on to things we can say for sure are cancelled, we have to talk about the on-again, off-again experience that is the Epcot Play Pavilion. Built in the former Wonders of Life building, this pavilion would have hosted a large number of interactive exhibits and character meet and greets. Being completely indoors, it's impossible to know the progress of this pavilion, and Disney hasn't officially mentioned the project in years. With the new Epcot flags and maps for the 50th, the Play Pavilion is represented, so it may just be that a big old pause has been hit on such a high-touch experience during this crazy time we're living in. At times, it seems like for everything we do get, 2 other things are unceremoniously cancelled. Of course, all of these projects could be resurrected at some point. As they say, nothing ever truly dies at Imagineering. But as things currently stand, these previously announced projects set to open in time for the 50th anniversary have all been quietly cancelled. Epcot's large-scale overhaul has also seen some large-scale cutbacks. The festival centre, known amongst Disney fans as the Bar on Legs, was set to be a multi-story building serving as the hub of activity for Epcot's 4 yearly festivals, and would have given an amazing view over World Showcase Lagoon for the brand new nighttime spectacular Harmonious. through what I'm sure would have been a rather expensive dessert party. Disney fans seemed divided over the idea, and a lot of them may have been ecstatic when Disney silently removed the model from the Epcot experience and has changed all wording of the plans from Festival Center to Festival Area, stating that they will now be taking a different approach to the project than what was originally announced. Similarly being re-evaluated is the Mary Poppins attraction that was set to come to the United Kingdom Pavilion. By all accounts though, this wouldn't have been the Mary Poppins ride such a spectacular, fan-favourite film deserves. Taking place in a new Cherry Tree Lane portion of the pavilion, you would have stepped inside the buildings and been greeted to some sort of basic spinner attraction, with plans ranging from a classic whip ride to a projection-mapped carousel. Yes, Disney really brought out the absolute legend Dick Van Dyke at the D23 Expo to announce a carousel they would never end up building. Also paused, postponed, and being re-evaluated is a planned overhaul to Spaceship Earth that would have seen a majority of the scenes remain, but something called a story light added, which looks to have been some form of projection map twinkle effects, with the ride set to focus on storytelling over time rather than communication. Of course, Epcot wasn't the only park to see large plans kicked to the curb. In 2017, Disney announced a Broadway-style theater coming to the Magic Kingdom, built behind Main Street, USA, on an executive parking lot. This theater would have played shows similar to what has been staged over at the Hyperion Theater at Disney California Adventure Park. This, I feel, is a huge loss, as the Magic Kingdom is meant to be the flagship park for Disney, yet they don't have anywhere to put on a large-scale show, the type Disney is so well known for. Those are just the things that were officially announced and then quietly pushed to the side. There are also countless other attractions, expansions, and experiences that were planned for the 50th that may now never see the light of day. Disney was internally pushing an idea called the 50 New Things for the 50th, where all around the resort, projects both big and small would help even older attractions feel reinvigorated for the 50th. Some things we know that would have been part of this program were bringing the Hatbox Ghost to the Haunted Mansion, adding Disney characters to It's a Small World, a brand new finale scene for the Carousel of Progress, and a Coco overlay for the Grand Fiesta Tour. Arguably one of the biggest things cancelled for the 50th would have been a brand new nighttime parade, with Happily Ever After staying as the nightly fireworks display, just with a brand new 50th anniversary tag at the end. Internally, the budgets for these two projects got cut and combined, and thus we ended up with Disney Enchantment instead. As you can see, the best time to visit and celebrate Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary might be in early 2023, the same year they actually turned 52. Ultimately, it's expected that small and new experiences will also debut throughout the 50th anniversary. And even though it might not be as grand as it should have, the world's most magical celebration still seems like a great time to visit the Walt Disney World Resort and make new family memories over 50 years in the making. For Review Time, I'm Luke. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Review Time. If so, be sure to like and subscribe, and also check out our podcast, ReviewTyme's Theme Park Cast, available on your podcasting platform of choice.